Hello everybody, I'm Robert Usardi, the creator of Blockchain Kingdoms. We turn video gaming into passive income and paid work. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Gala nodes and whether or not they are still worth a buy. So I went and I purchased some Gala nodes about 2 weeks ago. I essentially had $1,000. It turned into over $6,600 worth of Gala, and I bought two nodes, which then pay out more Gala. Hopefully you've already seen that video and you're watching this video. If not, I want to take a step back and see that other video I made. So what were my mistakes? Where was I right? Where was I wrong? And whether or not these are still worth a buy. So this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, make your own decisions, and so let's look at what happened. So let's look at the price chart. When I filmed that video was on Saturday, and the price of Gala back then was sitting at 0.009, just shy of about a cent per a unit. And it took me time to get the video done. It wasn't posted actually until like Monday, Sunday, and so you can see eventually this price just kind of like shot up. It was ridiculous. We had a major spike here, and I'm going to talk about why I thought that was, and then we've kind of gone up and down. We're having some consolidation, and it looks like we're on an uptrend back up. I think that's really cool. So my gain, so it's really interesting because I had some limits on one of my accounts and accidentally transferred some money into the wrong account, because I do have a business account, but I accidentally transferred into an account that that had limits on it. So I was kind of like pushing my money like through a straw into the Gala to buy more Gala to buy another node. So I was like slowly getting my money into Gala, and it just so happened that while I was putting that money in over the week, it was probably actually about Friday that I had a decent amount of money finally deposited, getting close to buying that third node for me, and that's when the prices started to skyrocket. So I actually ended up right over here with this big spike with how much did I have in my account on Monday? I think it was close to just shy of like $3,800 or $4,000 worth of Gala. But by the time we were here, I think I had almost like $8,000 or $9,000 worth of Gala. By the time it spiked, I purchased another node on the spike and actually made a major mistake because I could have bought at least two nodes right there, but I decided not to. And if I'd actually checked the price of the node, like per USD, I would have realized that that I actually had an opportunity to buy two nodes at the very, very peak of this. Because of the website, the Gala website, it's kind of sometimes hard to buy on something like a peak because it updates on the hour, and I'll talk about that later also in another video, tips and tricks on how you can use the Gala website. Man, so I ended up here buying another node. I basically have like the same amount of money that I would have had deposited by Monday in my account. So I'm sitting kind of pretty. If you see my account here, I now have the price of Gala. It has me now about 4,862, and of course, this is variant, it's crypto, so it was up to like 5,000 and like 400 today as well. And the current price is 1.6. Today we've been up around 1.6 to 1.016 to 1.017-ish for a lot of the day. And I think this is looking really super healthy. I think what ended up happening here was there was essentially not only were people buying the nodes, but there were a couple of YouTube videos posted by several people about Gala. There was an F Denver. I think there was also a YouTube streamer, not a YouTube streamer, possibly YouTube streamer or Twitch streamer out there who is streaming about the nodes, because we're seeing a lot of referrals on the node side. You can see there's a bunch of referrals, and for some reason I have not yet been able to figure out who that is, who is getting all of those referrals. So I don't know what that process is. I'm conjecturing it's a streamer. Nobody can seem to be able to tell me exactly who, so that seems strange. but maybe everyone I've just talked to in the Discord and things, we don't they don't know yet. But I think also what was happening here, not just all those things, but I think also some traders were riding this wave. I'm sure they're, because this is crypto, and the people who are buying the nodes are not just I mean, the people who are buying the crypto are not just people who are buying the nodes. I think there are some traders out there, they don't know much about Gala games, or maybe they do, but they're just watching this crypto go up and up and up, and they're probably buying in. They're seeing this peaking out, and then basically right when it hit peak, and everyone's like, it can't possibly keep going out up. Time to take profits. That's what happened here. We saw a ton of nodes sell right here, like maybe 100 nodes or so sold in the span of like an hour or so. And so there are a lot of people exiting. There are a lot of people buying on the store, because everything on the store is then worth less Gala, and which means that more bang for your Gala. And I bought a node right there too. And if I'd been smart, I would have bought two nodes. But that's okay. I have really gotten ahead in this game, and I'm like really really thankful to Gala Games for creating this opportunity for us, and everybody who is participating in the economy right now in the community, building this up. And I think this has way more room to run, so much room to run. The nodes are now around, I think, $3,900 each right now. Now remember, the website updates every hour, so the pricing kind of fluctuate. If you do the math on the node unit, you'd be like, oh my god, like it's like $4,300. Well, that's because the price of Gala probably dropped, so you don't want to buy right then. You want to wait for it to stabilize. I'm finding the prices are fairly consistent within a range. You can find yourself anywhere, yes, within a range of like 10%. More or less. So if you have not bought a node, or you're thinking of buying another node, you're trying to figure out what's going on in the prices, just kind of watch the store for an hour. Except unless we're in like a really crazy price fluctuation like this, I don't think you're in too much danger of like missing out. And I do think that we are still on an uptrend. Something else I want to bring up is that I know in my videos I've been talking about the ROI and how this can make you a ton of money. I do believe that. I have my own opinion about it, but I did want to talk about Gala Games' stance on node purchases. So they do have a document here on their Medium. You can go to galagames.medium.com, and what they say here is, that said, we do not consider the nodes an investment and have never issued them as such. The only reason to get a node is to help support the growth of a decentralized ecosystem based around the ethos of giving gamers freedom and ownership of their own assets. As node owners support the network, they receive Gala and NFTs as a reward for their support. This is said in the Discord chat by developers over and over again, many of the community. And the way I look at it, I actually got into, a bit of essentially I got a little heated about a situation with the node referrals of the day, because apparently there was someone who's getting a lot of node referrals, and all of that earnings is coming out of the node owner pool, people who bought nodes. And I've seen the development team really working hard, and I think they know that particular system is not working. They've said, they've very much said as much, and they said they're working on reforming the referral system. And, I just decided that I have to be patient, that when I got into this, I accept that this was definitely a risky situation to get into, to buy something, expect an ROI. And so far it's done really well. I don't think the ROI that I am personally expecting is at risk. In fact, I think it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. And I do understand what the company is saying is that they're providing this opportunity as a way to receive Gala rewards and NFTs for supporting their network. So I understand that. All right. So if you are experiencing any kinds of like difficulties with with the website or with the nodes, I just ask that you be patient. If we're getting into this, that everything might not be working at 100% efficiency or operability, and that's just kind of the situation we're getting into. This is totally new. I was a really young kid back in the day where the internet was really starting to become a thing, America Online, those days were very similar to right now. You had to pay like a dollar a minute or something to be on the internet, or like 10 cents a minute to be on the internet, depending on, there were peak times too. So it's same thing now with gas, Ethereum gas. If you were trying to use the internet during the peak, you're going to be paying more. We're very much in that very similar situation right now. Things are going to be breaking, and I think we just have to accept that. Even if it seems like, we've kind of put some hard-earned money into these nodes, I think it's really going to be worth it in the long term, and Gala Games is really building a beautiful dream for us to be a part of. In what they're doing. So is it still worth it to buy a node? So we can go ahead and look at the payouts for yesterday. Each node, a single node earned 1,549 Gala. And there were more nodes online than before. We now have 2,433 nodes online. This is actually almost 400 more than yesterday. So what that is percentage-wise, probably getting into the 10 or 13, 15% boost here. I have three nodes now. Actually, I have three nodes, and those three nodes yesterday earned me exactly 4,803 Gala, and the previous day was 477, and the day before that was 6,027. Now you may notice there's kind of some weirdness in the numbers kind of going up and down, and I'll discuss that. But let's just plug this into the chart, right? So 4,803. So 4,803 times 0.01674,175 equals 80.410, $80. It equals $80, sorry, for having three nodes. So I mean, you multiply that by 30 days, and you get $2,412 a month, or times 12, that is almost $29,000 a year at that current rate. Now, there's no guarantee at all that these prices are going to stay the same. There is some weirdness in the numbers. Part of that is because there's a referral system, and you can see here yesterday there was someone who had referrals at 776 points. And then and that definitely cut into the amount of Gala that was being distributed towards people. Apparently, when in the Discord chat, when we go and we look at this address and it gets plugged into the system, you see actually this top earner is actually not a node earner. So this is completely coming out of referrals for the day, bonuses for that day, including all of the perma points, as they call them. So again, this is getting reformed. The developers are talking about reforming it, possibly putting it up to a vote. So it may be democratized what's going to happen, and the node owners will probably get like 1 point per a node to be able to vote, possibly. I don't know how that works exactly. You can even see the number of points almost doubled the next day for that particular owner. This is what I got a little heated about yesterday when I was like, what is this? Like, this is ridiculous. I think this is almost like $30,000 in Gala that day, that this person who did not earn a node. Now, looking at it, it's actually generating marketing and sales for Gala Games. But again, this is something that is in discussions, and early internet days, early blockchain gaming days, or so that's how it is. I absolutely think this is still worth a buy. So here's my whole thesis for why I think it is still worth a buy. The price is really holding steady for the amount of sales that we're seeing. And you have to imagine that last week, the nodes, even all the way back here, like last, if you look back a week, like last Monday, this is where the price was at, 0.003, and the price of a node was like maybe $3,000, right? Now there's more eyes on it, there's more people holding Gala, there are a lot of market factors happening at the moment, and it's holding pretty steady around here. And if anything, it's actually increasing around a $4,000 price point. The last nodes that are ever sold will be worth $33,000, and their goal is to allow you to trade that as an NFT. So what does that mean? You buy your node now. It is worth, you buy it for like, $3,900, $4,000, and then, by the time that they, the last ones are bought at $33,000, you can trade and resell that for $33,000 plus all the profits that you already made. I don't see why you would not hold one of these forever. And again, like, let's just kind of look at the math a bit. So I think that this is going to hit $1 within by the time Mirandus launches. And I think it can even hit $1 by the time all the nodes sell out, but then it might pull back again, but then go forward again. But it would not surprise me to see this hit either 50 cents or half $1 by the time Mirandus launches. And that's almost a 50 times increase. And we talked before, there's going to be 50,000 nodes. I think if you do the math, like, that still works out. I mean, I think it'll still be just about the same payout. If you have all 50 nodes that are online, right now we only have 2,400 nodes online, and the payout's about $80 a day. The price is going to keep going up. What we've seen is largely, even though sometimes these profits get cut from like the referrals, the payouts are still going up per node. I just want to do this math. 80 divided by 3 is 26, right? So it's anywhere between like $26 per node is what we're making at the moment. And to me, that's just astounding. That is still more than it was like the other day. And I do think this is going to have a really strong sustainability. Now, I don't have any analytics open like a day trader or something. This is just what I'm seeing from the patterning, and so far it's really just blown away through my expectations, right? Like, I was trying to tell people a week ago what a big, huge opportunity this was, and a lot of people are just kind of like, I don't know about that. And really, like I was telling my Discord, and very few people actually decided to buy the Gala when I kept suggesting to them to buy in. I was like, look, guys, this thing's blowing up. I think it's huge. I think it's going to keep trying to do this, trying to tell them, my company is wants to do something kind of similar. Not exactly similar, but somewhat similar. And because we want to turn video gaming into paid work, so you make an average income playing video games or better. So it's a little bit different, but we're still in that same kind of new edge space of video gaming. So what am I doing next? What I am going to do is I'm going to hold on to my Gala until the weekend, and I'm going to see what happens. The markets right now are on a bit of a bull run. Bitcoin really went up this week. I think all the altcoins are up. But I found that, Friday is payday, right? So Friday is payday. Everybody gets paid. They want to buy a node. And last weekend there was a big spike, but it was also a lot of YouTube action and Ethereum Denver, or ETH Denver. So that might have attributed to this really huge upswing we saw the weekend. I'm finding the trends here to be really great inside of Gala lately, and I want to see if maybe we have another big uptrend on the weekend. I really doubt that we'll see as big of a spike as we did here, and we probably won't see 0.26 again during the weekend. But I just might want to get that fourth node this weekend, and I think the price could potentially hit like 0.02 again sometime over the weekend. And I think on Monday's usually really good days for the market. So I knew Monday was going to be a big day. I just expect that to be as big as it was going to be. But maybe we'll see another big spike next Monday. So I'm going to play it kind of by ear and look at the prices and kind of wait. And again, if there's a point where you want to buy a node, make sure that you're updating it around the hour. I think just 10 minutes before the hour sometimes when I see it update. And so you don't want to miss a good price either. But you can kind of keep track of the price and the store. Then you can always plug in the numbers to find the good price. And another factor to consider is that, yes, the price of the nodes are going up every day. They're going up close to about $100 a day right now. I actually think they went up almost $200 in one day on Monday. So there's something to keep in mind, that every day these could possibly keep going up about $100 a day, possibly at the least. I'll let you guys know how that turns out. So 2,400 nodes on right now. There will only be 50,000 grandfather nodes, as they call them, that are being sold right now, ever in existence. And once those have all been bought, I mean, again, like the price of the nodes keeps going up. So I think like 2 or 3 months from now, you could see nodes that are of probably around 15,000 dollars. Who knows, but as long as the profit is still there, people are going to buy these things. And I was talking before about the 5,000 nodes that I think the Gala said was in negotiation to be purchased. I think what happened was that people just started buying the nodes, and as the nodes were being bought, whoever that buyer was probably had less leverage to actually purchase the nodes at a cheaper price. So if you're going to come in and buy 1,000 of these nodes, you can probably negotiate, hey, so let's shave off 10, 20, whatever percent that those guys were thinking of, and Gala Games is probably like, well, okay, let's talk about it, and then suddenly the nodes start selling, and Gala Games is kind of like, we could probably sell another 5,000 nodes and get our full amount without having to undersell these. And so why sell these nodes now? I don't know if that's a case, completely conjecture on my part, but definitely the faster these nodes sell, the more leverage they have for someone who wants to come in and buy a whole bunch of them. This person, anybody who wants to buy 5,000 nodes or big order, may have to pay closer to retail price or pay the full price. I think that's everything I'm seeing here is extremely awesome, and again, the nodes are not the only source of value that's driving up the cost. It's also because of the open markets. People can trade this, hold it. There's just so much value to be captured here. And I even think Gala Games really underestimates. I mean, just we look at it, I think the way their website grew, I think the demand for these is completely outstripped this. And I just want to tell you, I was on a business call the other day with someone, and they were asking me, well, what makes you think that someone will want to use your technology? It makes you think that gamers will want to use your technology. It's like, look, if you look at it, how many video gamers out there do you think, if you were to ask them, if we could pay you an average income for playing a video game, or average income or better for playing a video game, what do you think the demand for that is out in the market? And he laughed and he said billions. And I said yes. And so the conversation went very, very well. And I see the same thing here. Like, there's such a huge demand for this. I just think it's going to blow up, guys. It's going to get huge, and so I'm really grateful to be on riding this wave that the opportunity that's been provided by Gala Games and by all the gamers who are joining on board with this mission, with this stream. So are Gala nodes still worth a buy? I think absolutely yes. I think if you can't afford a node, share it with your friends, and you'll get referral points. Maybe work with some friends to throw some money together and buy a node, and don't try to fight too much over who's going to have to operate the network and things like that. I think this is just such a huge thing to be a part of right now, much like Bitcoin was back in the day. I have so much passion for this project. And thank you for joining me in the course of this video. I hope you learned a lot. And if this was helpful and you do not own a node and you want to buy one, use my referral link at the bottom of this video. Like and subscribe. I'm going to be coming up with way more footage around Gala Games and the blockchain gaming space as it comes up. And I'm going to have possibly some big news coming with my company in the coming weeks to months. So thank you so much for being here with me, and have a wonderful day.